world. Okay, my dressing this morning is to tell mood of morning. Like, I want to join Mrs. Elizabeth and her husband, the church members and lovers of El-Roi King, because as I'm looking at it, it's as if we are gradually accepting the fact that El-Roi King is dead, like dead for good, that we are not going to see him again. So, I don't know, in case you are not wearing your black yet, please go and put on your own. The Bible said that we should mourn with those that mourn and celebrate with those that celebrate. All right. So we are in episode 8 of My Name Is El-Roi, written by Precious Obialor-Ukazim. She started another bout of wailing, and some people who could not hold it also joined her to cry while others consoled her. They are talking about Mrs. Elizabeth, yes. The men, with the permission of Mr. Samuel, prepared El-Roi's body for burial. The grave was made ready too, and before morning, he was buried. But from that day onward, Mrs. Elizabeth lost taste of everything in life and lived the rest of her life quietly. Nothing even interested her about the work of God anymore. Such a pity. Darling, this is a test of faith, and you are reacting to it in the wrong way. What if God did not give us a child in the first place? Her husband was still talking and she cut in sharply. I would have preferred it, she answered him without waiting for him to finish his statement. It would have been better off for me if he had left me without a child and allowed me to die childless than giving me a child after many years of waiting and serving faithfully, only for him to snatch the child away from my hands at the prime of his life. What is the essence of having a child who would not last? She continued, asking her husband, and her husband watched her in amazement, surprised at how bitter his wife had become. Whew. Okay. He had to stop talking to her because each time he did, it always ended in a back and forth argument with his wife, doing most of the talk. As she would not allow him to talk, he decided instead to channel that energy towards praying for her, that God will visit her afresh and restore her faith in him. Mrs. Elizabeth also stopped seeing El-Roi Samuel as her son, and she despised the sight of him because she felt that God brought him and took her son away in exchange for his soul. God took away my son's life in exchange for this thing. No wonder he instructed us to call him El-Roi. Same name as my son. He deceived me and I fell for it. But I will never accept this sin as my son. Not after he took away my own son and left this sin for me. Why did he take this one? Why didn't he take this one instead? Wow. Why should he be my son, El-Roi King? She thought in her heart, looking at El-Roi Samuel, who was passing by, crawling. Why didn't he take away my life instead? He should have taken me and leave my son for me. What else am I living for? What is the essence of life without my son? He should as well come and take me. God, I dare you to come and take my life. If death come, now this woman will start running. God. She was saying all this in her heart while sitting thoughtfully in the sitting room with a very heavy heart. This continued for 5 years. Wow. She couldn't heal from the hurt and disappointment from God, though she still followed her husband to church and other religious programs, but she never stopped mourning her son. It took another extra 5 years for her to begin to forget the death of El-Roi King and to also begin to enjoy fellowship with God again. Even El-Roi Samuel, whom she swore not to accept as her son, she had a change of mind again and accepted him, seeing how God began to use the young man to do great and mighty things regardless of his disabilities. It was through him that she got revived back to the faith, and she couldn't but love and accept him as her own again. Her husband was very happy to see his wife restored back again, and together they continued to do the work of God, and God grew their ministry so much that they began to travel within and outside the country. Wow, 5 good years. This is such a long time, but what can I say? Until you wear the shoe, you will not know where it pinches. So, well, since now that we have come to the end of Morning El-Roi King, you will not see me with this clothes tomorrow. You will now take off your own black clothes too. Let's see what happens. The God have now increased their ministry. Let's see what happens next in the next episode. Thank you and do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye.